Welcome to PACCAR Portraits, where we share some time with people right across Australia. In particular, those that have chosen Kenworth and DAF trucks to be a driving force in their business. In this snapshot, we are pleased to introduce you to a PACCAR customer story.
My name's Les Walkden. I'm the owner-operator of Les Walkden Enterprises. We're based in Youngtown in Tasmania. We've got depots both here and in New York in the south of the state, Smithton in the northwest, and also in Portland in Victoria. I suppose primarily we use the Kenworths in their heavier work, like the log cartage and our heavy haulage. And we have a great run out of them. We have a great run with the dealership here in Tassie and also with PACCAR in Laverton. As far as the later model stuff, we've just bought a Kenworth with an MX engine in it. The reason for that was, I suppose we was contacted by PACCAR and said, hey, are you interested in this truck? It was built as a show truck. And I sort of thought, why not? Because it's probably the way of the future. Yeah, CJD, brilliant company. Look, I mean, a lot of guys are aware we was one of the 7 in the LNGR, where we run 7 odd Kenworths on liquefied natural gas. And CJD's support in that, along with PACCAR, has been absolutely brilliant. We do a raft of things, but we probably harvest somewhere about 750,000 tonnes of wood a year and cart somewhere in the vicinity of 1 million. We also cart a lot of other things. We do heaps of wood chips. We do 1 million tonnes of iron ore a year. We also have 6 mobile chippers.
Name's Jason Cox. I'm an employee of Les Walkden Enterprises. I got plantation on, which I think it's around about the 10-year-old mark, going through to the mill at Bell Bay. They'll be chipped and exported as a chip product. We have other logs that come off the job that go through to Coppers Logs at Longford to be made into like hot poles, treated posts and that sort of thing. But majority of this job is just pulpwood. I think it's going to be a good little truck all round. Whether it stays on logs or whether it goes doing something else, I think it's going to be a good little truck. It's got power divider, cross locks, traction control, all that sort of caper with it. Nice little light bonnet too. You only got a catch on each side of it. You only got to pull it from the front and it'll flip straight up. Yeah, good to get into. It gives a really good ride. Like I say, it's just like driving a car. It's just nice and comfortable.
We can probably add too, as you can see by the truck we're standing in front of, we're a bit of an advocate for these 8-wheelers. We use them in Tassie as prime movers, and we find that as part of our business they're very, very important. And I think we've now got something like 5 Kenworth 8-wheelers. Some as a rigid towing a 4-axle dog behind, but a lot of them as prime movers, throwing a 3-axle trailer. The advantage of the twin steer, of course, if you set it up correctly, we're allowed 11 tonne on the front axle compared to only 6.5 on a normal steer. And if we have a nice lightweight trailer, we can get weights nearly up around the 35 tonne with a jinker. So that's not that far behind the Mini B-double. And with the cost of registration today, etc., it makes it a fairly economical rig actually. If it's looked after and set up properly, the tyre wear on a twin steer is absolutely phenomenal. You can get up around 200,000 k's out of steer tyres if you've got the right driver and it's looked after and maintained correctly. At this point in time, the MX hasn't done a lot of work, but it's performing very well, very, very good on fuel, and got excellent report from the driver. It's brilliant. You can go and sit down with those people in their boardroom and have a chat about your problems and what we would like to see happen in the future. Probably the best thing about a Kenworth is its resale value. They seem to have excellent resale value, and of course the dealer. Like, I mean, any brand, doesn't matter what it is, even your Singer sewing machine isn't any good unless you've got backup, and the backup from Kenworth and CJD is absolutely 100%.